Hey, I'm Chris, and doing more cleaning today because the mill is arriving today. So I'm going to shoot a video of the mill arriving. But right now, let me finish making space for it. The mill has arrived.
This is the real touchdown. I moved it that way so I wouldn't hit the handle with the mat.
Okay, well, let's see. Make sure. Hit there. Yeah, this is great. Thank you. So the mill is in place, and I'm pretty excited about it. I picked up a 220 amp circuit breaker, and I need to install that in the breaker box and then run an outlet to that side of the garage. All it says is a central machinery number 35305. But what it really is a Nantong, something like a CX6309 or something like that. I'll get more information on it. And there's an Enco mill that's exactly the same one, and a couple other mills that are exactly the same one. It was made by Nantong in China. This mill is super tight. I couldn't believe it. It's a 2/3 mill. It is not a full-size like Bridgeport clone. It's a 2/3 mill, but you know what? For getting started, I think that is more than sufficient for a beginner machinist. And along with the mill, he gave me a really great selection of bits to get started with, a full set of collets, and this whole down set, which is great. And you may be thinking that this is rust, but it is not rust. It is actually a rust preventer that is sprayed all over the machine. He took really good care of it. He showed me a little spot where he rubbed it off, and you can see where he rubbed it off. I forget the name of the rust preventer, but it's all over the place. It's actually all over the vise. He just sprayed it on everything to protect the machine. He took really good care of it. He had it for 6 years. Professional machinist. This one's pretty light duty. So next thing to do is I got the VFD. It's a 2 horsepower VFD. I gotta hook that up too. So that's what's next. But right now, I'll show you something else that's gotta happen. So in the process of moving that thing in, we needed to try and get a piece of wood from behind the workbench. And the wood slipped out of our hand, and apparently there was a fire extinguisher back there that I wasn't aware about. The wood clipped the pin, knocked it out, and we had a discharge of the fire extinguisher. So before I do anything, I gotta clean up this mess. Here we go. So the fire extinguisher mess cleanup continues. I've been at it all day. Basically had to get almost all that wood behind the workbench out and clean it up. I'll show you that in a minute. I had to sweep every piece of wood and blow off every piece of wood with the air compressor. Had to clean up that entire workbench. I just finished mopping the floor. This has been an hour's worth of work. That fire extinguisher cost me so much time. Everything that was on the workbench had to be cleaned off. It's sitting on a table right now. So all of this stuff needs to be cleaned off and sorted out. My mill, yes. All of this wood here was just covered in dry chem, and it had to be cleaned off. So now I gotta get that stuff back in. What a mess.
Thousands of tears later.
Can't see much from here, but we're driving back to Franklin, Tennessee from Portland, Tennessee, where I just picked up my first lathe. It's an Emco lathe, 11-inch swing. It'll be perfect for me to start with. My friend Rick was kind enough to help me pick it up and deliver it to my house. So I'll have a video of this thing being dropped off at the house in a few minutes. So last weekend I picked up this lathe. It's a Emco Maximat Super 11. Got a great deal on it. Came with some good tooling, a bunch of tool holders, a collet chuck. I'm not sure how to use that, and I don't think I hold all the parts, so I have to find out. I got a 3-drawer chuck with it, and I got a 4-drawer chuck with it, and a box full of gears and some other tooling that I'm not sure what it is yet. Got a lot to learn. It came with the original tool holder, but it also came with the quick change tool holder, which I am thrilled about. And the ways are in great shape. The whole machine is in great shape. It's old. I mean, it's been used, but it wasn't beaten up. So I am really excited for that. Oh yeah, and it also came with a drill. I think this is a Morse taper 2 or 3. I don't remember yet, but yep, came with that too. That's great. And the week before that, I got my mill. Nothing's running yet. What I'm going to be doing is I've got to install a 220 volt circuit breaker here, and then I'm going to put a 220 volt outlet there, and then you can see I have a little drawing here. I'm going to put another 220 volt outlet here, right behind the mill, running conduit up, over, and down the door. So that I can get these things running. And then I'm going to be using a couple of VFDs that I purchased to get the machines up and running. I'm not going to do anything fancy. For starters, I'm just going to get the machines running. And then I will look into wiring up the VFDs maybe to replace like that barrel switch there and replace this 2-speed barrel switch here. Not sure yet, but that's where we're at. So, new mill, new lathe for this new hobby machinist, and let's get to putting in some 220 volt circuit.